Hi, welcome to my channel Cloud with Girish. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a serverless generative AI solution to outpaint images using Amazon Bedrock API, Lambda, REST API, and Amazon Titan model. Amazon Bedrock is a fully managed service that offers choice of many foundation models like Anthropic Cloud, AI-21 Jurassic 2, Stability AI, Amazon Titan, and others. I will use Amazon Titan image generator and I will invoke it via Amazon Bedrock API. Let's understand what an image outpainting is. In the world of generative AI, image outpainting is a process where image content are refined or extended by providing prompt. You can add new objects into the image or can perform other edits like changing the scene or background for the image. In this example of image outpainting via generative AI, I will outpaint the image by changing the background of the image previously generated during image creator workshop. If you want to learn about creating the image using Amazon Bedrock, Lambda, and API, please watch my video on Amazon Bedrock image creator using Lambda workshop. Link is in the description for this. Let's look at our business use case. Need to update outpaint custom image based on text prompt. Custom image can be used for article or product design. Experimental in early phase, so multiple images with some variation required. An automated solution is required to outpaint the sample images. An automated solution will provide a repeatable way to outpaint sample images. Invoke the generative AI image solution via API and store the generated images in an S3 bucket. Increase in productivity as team members usually work on creating sample images can focus on other tasks. Let's look at our architecture pattern here. We have a user that's invoking a REST API via the API gateway and passing an image prompt. The image prompt is getting fed to a Lambda function. The Lambda function is written in a Python Boto 3 and it's invoking a Amazon Bedrock API, which is using underneath a foundation model. In this scenario, I'm using Amazon Titan image generator model. Once image is generated, image will be uploaded to an S3 bucket and all the appropriate logs will be logged in a CloudWatch. Prereq for this workshop include just familiarity with AWS console, your imagination or image requirement for your product business, knowledge of Python Boto 3, knowledge of AWS Lambda, and basic familiarity with generative AI and foundation model concepts. Let's get started. We're going to review the Bedrock service. We'll review foundation model. We'll request model access. We'll review the playground, and then we'll review some key terms. We'll review the AWS SAM template. We'll also review the Lambda function, which is written in Python Boto 3 library. We'll look at the we'll build the SAM template and then we'll invoke the function using AWS SAM. We'll deploy the function and then we'll validate the generative AI model response using a prompt. We will review the response image generated and we'll look at the CloudWatch log and some pricing. I'll be creating the Lambda function via infrastructure as code approach using AWS Serverless Application Framework and CloudFormation. However, you can create the Lambda function using the AWS console as well. Let's look at Bedrock service. Amazon Bedrock is a fully managed service that offers choice of many foundation models like Anthropic Cloud, AI-21 Jurassic 2, Stability AI, Amazon Titan, and others. Since Bedrock is another serverless offering from Amazon, it allows integrating with popular foundation models and also allows to privately customize foundation model with your own data using the AWS tools without having to manage any infrastructure. Many foundation model, as I stated before, but I'm going to use the Amazon Titan for this workshop. Before model can be used, you need to request the access to the model. It's a pretty straightforward process. You go to your manage model and check the model you want to request the access for. In this case, I need a Titan image generator. So I will submit the request for that model access. For Amazon models, typically it takes few minutes to get access. Once I have access, I can also use AWS provided playground via AWS console to pass my prompt and get the response. However, I will not be using the playground, rather will use Bedrock API to provide prompt and then get the response. Here are a few key terms that you need to be familiar with. These are used when defining image generation config. So quality, this is the quality of the image. The option to select is standard versus premium quality for the generated image. Number of images, value of 1 to 5, default value is 1. Then there is CFG scale, default value is 8. You can have any value between 1.1 through 10.0. A lower value indicate more randomness in image generation. Then we have height and width for the image, and default value is 1024. And then there is a seed value. Default value is 0. You can change it within the range. This value controls how image is reproduced. Use the same seed value to generate same image with each run. Let's look at our AWS SAM template. I'm using the infrastructure as code approach, so that's why I have a SAM template. Let's look at our resources here. I have a image Outpainter function. This function is named as image Outpainter. I'm using a runtime of Python 3.12. I have a timeout defined as 120 seconds. I have a default memory size of 128 MB, and then I'm using few environment variables here. Let's look at the Lambda function here. So Lambda function, again, is a pretty standard. I'm using some best practices. I have a logger, and I'm using the logger to log the event. I can view these logs in my CloudWatch. I'm also checking if my HTTP method is post. If method is not post, then I will show, I will return the appropriate response with that message. But if it is a post, then I will proceed with the further processing. I will get the prompt from my event body, and then I will use that prompt to build the prompt body for the to pass into my Lambda function to the Bedrock API, and then I will get the response back, and I will load that generated image, or I should say outpainted image, to that S3 bucket. Let's build a function. Simple command. If you are following my workshop, you know that it's a very simple command, just as a SAM build, and you need to be in the folder where your function and template file is, and then you simply run the SAM build command. Once you see the message build succeeded, then you are ready to invoke the function locally using the AWS SAM local invoke command. So you pass your function name, and you also pass your sample event JSON. Function will run locally, and once you see that you have the expected output, then you're ready to deploy the function into the AWS cloud, and the command for a SAM deploy. Once your function is deployed, you have an event that generates an API endpoint. You are ready to use that API endpoint in any API tool. In my example, I'm using Postman, and I'm going to pass the source image name and the prompt and the mask prompt in my request. So my source image and my prompt is saying city, and my mask prompt is tiger cat. So let's see the expected output here. In my example, source image background will be replaced with city background. So here in my source image, you again, if you have followed my previous workshop on Bedrock, then you probably familiar with the image creator API workshop. And in that, I generated this image where I have a tiger and a cat walking in a jungle. And now by outpainting the image, I'm saying, hey, change my scene, change my background to city. And if you see generative AI, the Bedrock has returned an image which is uploaded to my S3 bucket, and that image actually has removed the scene, the background from jungle to a city. You can see the CloudWatch log, and you will see what I'm passing, and what the prompt I have passed, and then of course the message which say that the image has been retrieved, image has been uploaded. These are all the logging message I have in my Lambda function. Bedrock pricing is pretty reasonable. It's like depending on like if you have a standard versus premium image, also the image resolution. These will be some of the prices that you will see, and you can refer these prices on the AWS Amazon website, because these prices of course may change. So best is to refer to the AWS documentation for the latest pricing. So with this workshop, a serverless GenAI solution for custom image Outpainter using AWS Bedrock, Lambda, and API Gateway has been successfully completed. Python Boto 3 were used to invoke the Bedrock API with Amazon Titan image generator model. As GenAI solutions continue to evolve, they are set to reshape traditional workflow and drive tangible benefit across industries. This workshop serves as a compelling example of the transformative power of AI technology in addressing real-world challenges and unlocking new opportunities for innovation. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'm working on some other interesting content on various AWS topics. These will be posted soon. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.